Hello children, hope you all are fit and fine. Let's start the chapter electricity today and we'll cover this chapter from NCERT. So I'll suggest you to open your book for better understanding of the concepts. See, in an atom, nucleus is present at the center, right? Nucleus is present at the center where neutrons and protons are present. Fine. So neutrons and protons are present inside the nucleus of an atom, right? And electrons revolve around the nucleus in specified orbits called energy shells. Fine. So when an atom loses electron, it acquires positive charge. On the other hand, when an atom gains electron, it acquires negative charge, right? So this we had done in the chapter atoms and molecules in class 9. Fine. And in class 8, we have read about electric charge in the chapter Some Natural Phenomena. And we know that when two objects are rubbed against each other, fine, let's consider two objects here. See, this is object 1. And let's say this is object 2. Fine. So when two objects are rubbed against each other, then they get charged. So one object acquires positive charge and other object acquires equal negative charge. Fine. So the object which loses electrons, suppose object 1 is losing its electrons, which is gained by object 2. Fine. So the object which loses electron becomes positively charged. Fine. So here object 1 is positively charged because it is losing its electrons. And object 2 is gaining these electrons. So it will acquire negative charge, equal negative charge. Okay, so it becomes negatively charged. Fine. So charge. Now the question is that what is charge? See, charge is a form of energy. It can neither be created nor be destroyed. It can only be transferred. As we can see here, that when we rub two objects against each other, one is losing electron, other is gaining electron. So in this way, only transfer of electron is taking place, right? So charge on an object Q, Q or small q, you can take, see, charge is denoted by either capital Q or small q. So charge on an object is due to imbalance between electrons and protons. It is due to imbalance between electrons and protons, right? So an atom which loses electron, acquires positive charge because it has more protons than electrons. On the other hand, an atom which gains electron acquires negative charge because it has more electrons than protons, right? So charge is the number of electrons transferred from object 1 to object 2, right? So we can write this as Q equals to NE, where Q is the total charge, N is the number of electrons, and E is charge on one electron. Fine. And the value of this electronic charge on one electron is 1.6 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 coulombs. Fine. So coulombs is the unit of charge. This is the unit of charge, and you can underline in your book as well. The SI unit of electric charge is coulombs. Clear? Now, this coulomb is equivalent to the charge contained in nearly 6 into 10 raised to the power 18 electrons. Means 1 coulomb is equal to charge contained in nearly 6 into 10 to the power 18 electrons. Now, see, we can also prove it. So we have Q equals to 1 coulomb. We are saying that in 1 coulomb charge, there are 6 into 10 to the power 18 electrons, right? And we know that charge on 1 electron is 1.6 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 coulombs. So we can easily find the value of N using the same formula, Q is equal to NE. Now, because Q is equal to NE, this implies N is equal to Q upon E. Now put the values here. Q is 1 coulombs, E is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulombs. On solving, you will get 6 into 10 raised to the power 18. Fine. See, this is just a number. It has no units. See, from the relation Q is equal to Ne, it is clear that the charge is the number of electrons transferred from object 1 to object 2. So only integral number of electrons can be transferred, right? So therefore, we can say that charge is quantized. Charge is quantized. It is a measurable quantity. Fine. And it was first suggested by Faraday and further established by Millikan. On page number 199 of your book, you'll find the words air current and water current. See, here the word current means flow. Fine. So air current means movement of air. Air moves because of difference in air pressure. Similarly, water current is flow of water. Okay? And we have the word electric current here. Electric current means flow of charges. Current means flow, electric, charges, so flow of charges. Electric current is denoted by the letter I. Okay? See, in case of positive charge flow, this is the direction of charge. This is the direction in which positive charge is moving, right? So current flows in the same direction. Direction of current is same as the direction of positive charge. On the other hand, in case of negative charge, if the negative charge is moving in this direction, then current flows in the direction opposite to the direction of negative charge. So see, current is the rate of flow of electric charges. Current is the rate of flow of electric charges. Let's consider two different conductors. See, conductors are those substances which allow the passage of electric current. Okay? Conductors are those substances which allow the passage of electric current through them. This is conductor 1. And one more thing, that all conductors do not conduct in the same manner. Different conductors conduct differently. Fine. Now we are going to observe the flow of charges in both the conductors. Now I'll see that in 1 second, how many charges cross this line. Okay. Let's say that this is conductor 1 and this is conductor 2. So let's assume that in conductor 1, only +3 charges have crossed the line in 1 second, while in conductor 2, +5 charges have crossed this line in 1 second, because charges are flowing in the conductor, in both the conductors. Okay, and we are observing both these conductors. So in 1 second, +3 charges have crossed the line. And here in conductor 2, in 1 second, +5 charges have crossed the line. So in case 2, you can see that more charges have crossed in 1 second. So here comes the concept of electric current. As in the definition that we have said that it is the rate of flow of electric charge, means it is the amount of charge flowing through a particular area in unit time. You can also underline the definition of electric current in your book. Electric current is expressed by the amount of charge flowing through a particular area in unit time. In other words, it is the rate of flow of electric charges. Electric circuit, you can also underline this. The direction of electric current is taken as opposite to the direction of flow of electrons, which are negative charges, right? As we had discussed, that current flows in the direction opposite to the direction of electrons. As we now know that electric current is the rate of flow of electric charges, or it is the amount of charge, it is the amount of charge flowing in unit time, right? So flowing in unit time. So we can mathematically relate current, charge and time as I equals to Q upon T. Okay, so you can underline this in your book that if a net charge Q flows across any cross section of a conductor in time T, then current I through the cross section is I equals to Q upon T. See, whenever you find any formula in the book, you should always enclose that formula in a box. Okay. Unit of charge is coulombs, right? Unit of charge is coulombs and SI unit of time is seconds. See, current is measured in amperes. Okay, so ampere is the unit of electric current. You can also underline the same thing here. The electric current is expressed by a unit called ampere. It is denoted by a capital letter A. Fine. So if Q is 1 coulomb, if charge flowing through the conductor is 1 coulomb and time is 1 second, means if 1 coulomb charge flows through a cross section in 1 second, then what is the current? What is the amount of current? See, we can put the values here. So current I will be, I is equal to 1 coulomb divided by 1 second. So we'll get the current as 1 ampere. So please underline the definition of 1 ampere in your book. 1 ampere is constituted by the flow of 1 coulombs of charge per second. That is, 1 ampere is 1 coulomb upon 1 second. See, when 1 coulomb of charge flows through any cross section of a conductor in 1 second, ठीक है, जब किसी कंडक्टर में 1 सेकंड में 1 कूलम चार्ज फ्लो करता है, then the electric current is said to be 1 ampere. Fine. So there are also smaller units of electric current. We can measure electric current in milliamperes. 1 milliampere is 10⁻³ ampere. And we can also measure electric current in microampere. Okay? 1 microampere is 10⁻⁻6 amperes. See, one point to be noted here that conductors can conduct electricity only when a cell or battery is connected across it. See, this is the state where no cell or battery is connected. So you can see that electrons are moving randomly in all different directions, right? When a cell or battery is connected across the conductor, then electrons in it flow towards the positive terminal, and direction of current is opposite to the direction of electrons, and hence current will flow from positive terminal of the battery to the negative terminal. So you can see that this is an electric circuit, and here you'll find the definition of electric circuit in your book. See, a continuous and closed path of an electric current is called an electric circuit. It is the continuous and closed path. It is the closed loop through which electric current can flow. Fine. So here we are using a switch. So what is the function of switch here? See, switch is an electrical component that connects or disconnects the conducting path in the electrical circuit. Fine. You can also underline the definition from the book. A switch makes a conducting link between the cell and the bulb. It is the conducting link, and it is used to either connect or disconnect the electric circuit. When the circuit is not in use, you can just open the switch. Okay. To measure the electric current, we can also add another electrical component called ammeter. Ammeter is an instrument which measures the electric current in a circuit, and it is always connected in series in a circuit through which the current is to be measured. Please underline this in your book. Fine. So ammeter is a device which is used to measure the electric current, and it is denoted by symbol A, capital A. It is denoted by symbol capital A enclosed in a circle, and it is always connected in series because the same amount of current passes through all the components connected in series, and this is the reason we always connect ammeter in series. Let's try example 12.1 now. Please read the question. A current of 0.5 ampere is drawn by a filament of an electric bulb for 10 minutes. So here we have the value of current. It is 0.5 amperes. We have time. Time is given to you. It is 10 minutes. So first we need to convert this time into seconds. So in 1 minute, we have 60 seconds, right? So 1 minute is 60 seconds. So 10 minutes will be 600 seconds. Now we have to find the amount of electric charge that flows through the circuit. We have to find Q. See, as we know that current is rate of flow of charge, it is Q upon T. So this implies charge will be IT. Now you just have to put the values here, put the value of I, it is 0.5 amperes. Put the value of time is 10 minutes, which is equal to 600 seconds. On putting these values, we'll get the value of charge as 300 coulombs.